Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about none other than SUI. If you're enjoying these SUI updates, smash that like button. But now let's get right into it. So as we are going into Friday morning, you are starting to see the market picking up traction as we can see. As far as SUI is concerned, still about 3.3% retracement as far as the daily time frame goes. But as we are, looking at the last 1 hour, you are starting to see pretty much the majority of the market reacting in a positive way due to this Bitcoin bounce, and SUI is up 1.4%. But before we get into it, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So the price of SUI is currently at $1.83, down 2.8% in USD and about 2.6% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap is still holding above $5 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume still managing to stay above $1 billion, to be exact, about $1.2 billion. But let's take a look at what's really happening and, of course, what is yet to come. Now, looking at the Bitcoin Dominance Index, you guys can see the Bitcoin Dominance Index is 57.7% right now. So Bitcoin Dominance Index has pulled down. And again, this is a great sign, especially for altcoins to, really rally with, the Bitcoin momentum. When Bitcoin does see a shift in, a bullish momentum, and if dominance pulls down, altcoins will go much more than Bitcoin. And that's exactly what you're starting to see even over the last 24 hours, as mentioned earlier. As far as Bitcoin is concerned, you guys can see BTC has seen a little bit of a bounce. The great thing is that, we're able to pick up traction back above that key resistance. We actually saw, a wick back down to $59,000. I think it's due to, inflation numbers coming out, which were, higher than people's expectation. And you are seeing a little bit of, uptick within, the Bitcoin price, approaching 61K going into Friday morning. So far, so good. But, we cannot ignore what happened over the last, 24 to 48 hours. But anyhow, if you're looking at, BTC, still sitting at around $60,800. But like I said, this bounce pretty much since yesterday is, a nice bounce that, was needed. Because, you don't want to be seeing Bitcoin sitting below 60K. That is a very, very key support line. But at the same time, we are starting to see a little bit of a different, viewpoint for a lot of investors for this specific, month of October, because the timing is everything. Usually, obviously, October is a great month, and honestly, some people are making massive gains in October still with certain coins. But basically, what I'm trying to get at is you're still seeing the elections coming up, which has a lot of uncertainty still, there for a lot of investors, because people are not sure how things are going to go, when the elections are over. Because of course we know one person is rooting for crypto, one isn't. So people are sidelined, and believe it or not, a lot of retail has quite a bit of uncertainty. So that can kind of impact the crypto markets leading up to the election, in my opinion. Speaking about SUI though, has been holding very strong around this range. So the level that I spoke to you guys about, I think it was the yesterday's update or the day before, I spoke about this $1.75 key support line. I say this could be the next support if we were to lose the support at the $1.97. And you guys can see, you can't make this up, we actually retested the $1.75 zone literally right at that neckline of the support, and have seen a little bit of a bounce since then. But we cannot forget, of course, SUI has had a massive rally. That does not go unsaid. But pretty much we cannot ignore what happened with Bitcoin. Bitcoin went down to $58,800 just a few hours ago, and of course that is going to have an impact on the price of SUI, as we can see. But since then, I've seen a little bit of an upside, wick towards the upside. But like I said, at the same time, you do have some key resistance coming in its way, especially around that $1.97 to 98 cents. If that level is able to clear out, I think a potential all-time high could be in talks very soon. But a lot of people continue to forget, after breaking out of this key resistance, SUI is up a staggering 100% still. Yes, even after seeing a little bit of a retracement from its all-time high, which we spoke about continuously, that we're going to see a little bit of a rejection around there. Exactly that happened, but we cannot ignore the fact that this is part of the game. Nothing goes up straight forever. There are going to be sideways momentum and consolidation before we do see more upside. But right now, as you can see, we are holding quite well. We're seeing a little bit of a bounce, but at the same time, there is significant amount of resistance coming in its way. But due to the volume that SUI has on its side, if Bitcoin is able to pick up traction, I would not be surprised at all if we start retesting all-time highs, which is a move of about 20%. But with the momentum that we're currently seeing, that won't be a complete shocker for me. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think right now about SUI. What are your personal projections, and where do you see SUI ranking compared to its competitors? I've compared, the specific move for SUI, like Phantom, and shout out to, the OGs that have been here since the last cycle. We saw what happened to Phantom late Q4 of that year of 2021. It was absolute madness. We're starting to see very similar price patterns playing out for SUI, but of course only time is going to tell. But once price discovery happens, where do you currently rank SUI heading towards? Do you think SUI can make it in the top 10? Because of course right now it did enter the top 20 just a few days ago, but could we enter the top 10? Let me know in the comments down below. Love each and every one of you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Been Crypto ZX, and peace out.